Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce presents the Bowie Business Journal, a program designed to keep our community informed about important business and economic issues.
Welcome to Bowie Business Journal. I'm Cindy Freland, host and co-producer. Today we're going to talk about the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce, and I have two members of the Chamber with me today as guests. Kelly Pierce of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. Welcome, Kelly.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you for coming. And Diane Morris of NASA Federal Credit Union. Welcome, Diane.
Thank you.
If you would please tell us a little bit about what you do. Diane, we'll start out with you. At NASA Federal Credit Union, what's your name again, and also your title, your position with, and then the company name.
Okay, I'm Diane Morris. I am a Business Development Officer with NASA Federal Credit Union. What I do is I go out to companies in PG County, DC, and Northern Virginia is my territory, but we do cover all Maryland, DC, and Virginia. And I go out to companies and offer the benefit of the credit union to their employees. So I go to a company to see if they would like to offer a free benefit for their employees. So, you know, it's just once they come on board, then all their employees, their family members are all eligible to join the credit union. So.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Kelly, would you please introduce yourself and let us know what your title is, your position, and what you do?
Sure. I'm Kelly Pierce. I'm the Executive Director at the Bowie Chamber of Commerce, and I've been at the Chamber for almost 8 years now, and been in Bowie a number of years before that. And as Executive Director, it's my job on a day-to-day basis to run the business of the Chamber, to recruit members, to provide benefits for the members and programs, and things that will benefit the business community.
Okay, thank you. Let's say I am a new business owner to Bowie. How can the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce help me as a business owner?
I think that the way that we help businesses, the membership provides the opportunity for the business and the website and an email to be listed on our online directory, in addition to being, once a year we publish a hard copy of the business directory, which gets distributed to a number of locations throughout the city, to the library, to City Hall, to other businesses. A lot of banks that are members are glad to have them in their lobbies, and a number of other businesses. So it's kind of perpetual advertising all year long. If you join the Chamber, your name's out there, and there's an association with the Chamber, which I think to a lot of consumers means something. If you belong to an organization, it means that you have some commitment to the business community. And then we can certainly provide workshops for members to help them learn about the different aspects. Our Business Development Committee right now has started a business tools workshop that they do every other month. It's a lunch and learn type setup where they've lined up a number of businesses. So last month it was about writing a business plan and updating a business plan if you already have one. Next month it'll be on promotion and marketing of your business, and so on. So there's different topics throughout the year. And then some evening workshops that you've done for us on Facebook, on other types of social media. So we've also occasionally done some workshops that way. So I think that helps businesses who join the Chamber to grow and learn more about how to be more successful. And then certainly, I guess our biggest benefit in my eyes is the networking opportunities that we provide, either through events that we plan, or about 6, 7, 8 times a year we do multi-chamber events with other chambers in the area, which exposes our members to other business people in the area, and it also exposes other businesses to what's going on in Bowie.
Okay. That sounds great. How many directories do you usually print every year?
We have 5,000 copies made, and we're pretty successful in getting all of them moved throughout the year. We always give a box to the city, and they include it in a new resident package, so residents get it that way, along with the other locations that they're located at. And we have currently about 255 members.
255. Okay, that's great. On an average, how many do you get a month?
New members? Anywhere from 4 to 8. We've been, the last couple of months, it's been about 6. Some months, especially in the winter and around the holidays, it's a little lighter because people aren't thinking about that.
Right.
After the first of the year, we kind of had a boom again and had 6 or 8 over, each month over a couple of months.
Now, when, let's say, I need a plumber or something like that, would I call the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce and ask them if you have a member?
Yeah, certainly that's another member benefit. I mean, we will, if any resident or anybody looking to come into the area calls us to ask for, where's an apartment complex or who's a plumber or what are the closest banks, we give them the names of people who are members and then advise them that beyond that, they either need to look in a phone book or go to the internet. But we do give referrals of our members.
Okay, thank you. Now, Diane, how long have you been a member?
We have, NASA Federal Credit Union has been a member since 1997 with the Chamber.
Okay. I think that's when I started, either 97 or 98. And one of the major benefits of being a Chamber member for me has been getting the very, very large data entry job from one of the members in 2001 that actually allowed me to leave my full-time job of 25 years. So, and that is my story, my best story for being a Chamber member. So I'm not going to mention his name, even though he said I could. I won't mention who that person is, but I'm very grateful for him and the work that he has given me. And so that is how I met this person through the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. And I think it was actually the very first event that I went to at the bowling alley, which is long gone. So that's my Greater Bowie Chamber member success story. Yes.
Good.
So that worked out really well. And so people ask me why should they become a member, and that's my Chamber story. And so what else can you add about the Chamber membership, Chamber benefits?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a perfect example of the networking. And although you may not get that job or that contract the first time you meet somebody, over a period of time of coming to events, and it doesn't need to be every event, but just making yourself known, you make those connections with people so that they learn to trust you and they learn more about you so that they are comfortable doing business with you.
Right. Well, it actually took 3 years to get to know this person, this member, whom I got this data entry job from, and I met him in '98, and it wasn't until 2001 when I got the job. So over that period of time, 3 years, I attended the events and talked to him and got to know him. And networking is about relationship building, because people have to know, like, and trust you before they'll do business with you. So it's not a one-time shot. If you go to a networking event and it doesn't work out for you, you don't get a customer, that's not the end of it. So I encourage business owners to attend events, no matter if they're with the Greater Bowie Chamber or other networking groups, and attend as often as you can. There's a lot of free networking out there, and attend the events, follow up with everybody, and try to keep track of everyone in a database, and follow up, make phone calls, send them what I call snail mail, through the mail, direct mail, and just keep in contact with people on a regular basis.
Exactly.
Can you add anything to that, Diane?
No, I find it the same, going to the events. I remember going to my first event, I believe it was at the airport, Bowie Freeway Airport, and knowing no one.
Right.
And, you're intimidated walking in there, but they make you feel very welcome. I remember everyone was very welcoming to me. They talked to me. I got follow-up calls afterwards from a few of the board members afterwards, and from there it just, built. Going to other ones, seeing familiar faces, you always hate going to those things by yourselves, but it's just something you have to do.
Right.
And, I did become more comfortable, and 8 years later, I've been with the credit union 8 years.
Wow.
So 8 years later, I'm still going to the Chamber events and, a little bit more about everyone. So, and I've made relationships with people, met a lot of nice people in that way.
Well, I read an article that you should be a host and not a guest. So when you start going to these events, you can start introducing people that you know. to other people that
Exactly.
are just starting up, because I think it was Art Widman that said something about you look like you're a deer in headlights when you first go to some of these events and you sit in the corner and you wait for people to come to you. That ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. You have to get up and you have to make an effort to meet people, because you have to show that you're interested. So that's difficult. I know I was in the same situation when I first started out, and I know it's difficult to realize now because I have changed, but over 16 years I was very shy, and I still consider myself shy. So I would sit in the corner and wait for people, or stand in the corner and wait for people, and I was very offended when people came up to me and interrupted me and the person I was talking to. So it does take a little bit of time to get used to the networking and walking up to people.
And how to work yourself into
Exactly.
a conversation.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So what else? What are some of the events that are coming up, Kelly?
The biggest events coming up over the next couple of months of what I'll call kind of our major events, or our key events. At the end of April, on April 24th, every year in April we host a State of the County breakfast or luncheon. This year it's a breakfast with the county executive who comes in and talks about what's going on throughout Prince George's County. And it's certainly been a delight the last couple of years to have Rashawn Baker as our county executive and come in to talk. He's made a lot of progress in a positive way in the county, I think, and a lot of other people feel that way. So that will be on April 24th. It's a breakfast meeting at the Country Club at Woodmore, and we're doing it jointly this year with the Greater Prince George's Business Roundtable, which is another business organization in the county. So typically we have gotten about 100 people at this event. In partnering with them, I'm sure we'll be more like 175 to 200.
Wow, that's
so it's a
great.
it's a great event to learn what's going on in the county and regionally, but it's a great event to come make connections. I often tell people, get the most bang for your buck. If you can only come to a few things, come to the big events where you have the most opportunity to connect with people and exchange business cards and shake hands,
Right.
rather than coming to some of the smaller events that may only attract 15 or 20 people. And not that that's not nice and you can't have good conversation, but if you're on a different level and you want to get to another level, it's nice to come to the larger events like that and make those connections. So that's that event. And then a week later, Diane is chair of our annual golf tournament. So I'll let you say a few words about that.
The golf tournament's going to be held this year at Renditions down in Davidsonville, right off 214. It is May 2nd, a Thursday.
Okay.
It will be 7 o'clock registration, breakfast, practice, and 8 o'clock shotgun start. It is a best ball format, foursome. So we are looking still for more sponsors, more golfers. Even if you don't have a foursome, maybe you just have one or two golfers, please sign up. We can always pair you with someone. It's a great event. It will end with a lunch, a barbecue lunch.
Sounds good.
Awards, door prizes. We just have a lot of fun. We went to a meeting last week regarding golf tournaments and planning them and everything. I think we got some good ideas from that, different things we can maybe try and see if it works differently for us. So we're looking for, a better turnout than what we've had. So we hope anyone watching this, if you're a golfer, come on out. We'd love to have you.
Sounds like fun. Renditions, okay. And all the information will be in the credits at the end of the show. So you can contact Diane Morris of NASA Federal Credit Union. You can contact Kelly Pierce of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce, and all the information will be at the end of the show, the credits. So you can also either call them or go to the websites to get more information on the chamber events. And the Greater Bowie Chamber also allows non-members to attend the events. Is that correct?
Sure, yeah. We're always open to having others attend. They're not member-restricted events. Some places have, some of the events have a price that applies to everyone who's attending. Other events have a slight variation in price for members and non-members as a member benefit to come for a slightly lesser price. All the events are now posted on our website. As of the first of the year, we have the availability of online registration for members or non-members using credit cards. So that's been a nice addition certainly has streamlined things in the office for people who do use it, and I think makes it easier because if people don't read their emails till they get home at 9 or 10 o'clock at night and are going through them and want to sign up right there. We're obviously not in the office, but you can go online and use a credit card and sign up for the event. You get an emailed confirmation and receipt on your credit card, and we get the same thing in the office. So that's been a big advance for us after so many years of being able to do online registration. And potential new members who are interested in joining, same thing. I had somebody just this past weekend, Easter weekend, but I had somebody go online over the weekend and join the chamber.
That's
you can
great.
join online.
That's great.
No matter what time you think about it or what day of the week it is. So another good feature to have that certainly makes our jobs easier, because I'm the one full-time person in the office, and then Chris Wellahan works for me and she's part-time. So anything we can do to streamline the process is a good thing.
Yeah, that does sound great, and I have used that to make my payments, my membership dues, and I know that myself, when I go to a website and I want to purchase something or order something or talk to anybody, I want it now. So I don't want to have to get off the website, find an envelope, find a stamp, put something in the mail, make a copy, sign something. And
remember on Monday to make the phone call.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Find my credit card. So, but I would have to find my credit card anyway to be able to make the payment online. So that doesn't help much. But but the new website looks wonderful.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, we needed to do it. It's this year is the 30-year anniversary of the chamber since we became incorporated. So it was time for a new look. We have a new logo, a new website, and now we have this ability to move the technology forward and do some online things as well.
That's great. Congratulations on your
good.
30-year anniversary. Now,
Thank
do you have
you.
anything coming up for that?
We're having an open house because the office just moved as of the 1st of March. We're having an open house tomorrow afternoon from 4 to 6. And we'll incorporate a little bit of a 30-year anniversary because tomorrow is the actual date. April 3rd is the date of incorporation in 1983. And then at the annual dinner in June, which is on June 11th this year, we'll have some more speakers and displays and things related to the 30-year anniversary.
Okay, great. Now, hopefully I'll be able to have this on YouTube today. So hopefully everybody will be able to see that today and come on out and join us tomorrow night for the 30-year anniversary open house of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. So what else can you tell us? Bowie Fest coming up on June 1st.
Bowie Fest is coming up. Again, another great opportunity for members and non-members to participate in a home and health expo. The city of Bowie has, for a number of years, has organized Bowie Fest, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, a lot of viewers. The city organizes the entertainment outside, all the food vendors, the nonprofit organizations in the community, and then there's another area that another women's organization, Seroptimist, organizes the arts and crafts area as one of their fundraisers and has for many years. And for many years, the chamber, as part of that day-long event, has had a home and health or a business expo in the ice arena. It's dry floor during the summer. So we have about 80 businesses that participate. We advertise the event with a supplement that's in the Bowie Blade about a week before the event that shows the layout, lists all the businesses who are participating, and then highlights certain things. For example, Beller Engineering for years gives away free popcorn all day, and that's a big attraction. Gets people into the program.
Right.
We always have a business who sponsors the face painter, Michelle, who's the face paint lady that everybody in Bowie knows. So, and there's a bank that's sponsoring her this year, so we'll advertise that. And again, a benefit to chamber members, there's a 20% discount if you're a chamber member to the booth fee. And because we have a professional exhibit company come in and set up all the pole and draping and covered tables and signage, it's a little pricier to participate in it, but as a member you get a pretty substantial discount. And as a result of the discount in number of years, we usually get several new members because it almost makes up their dues and what the discount is, so it makes sense to go ahead and join. So it's a good event.
So if you want to be in the Home and Health Expo at the Bowie Fest June 1st,
Saturday,
Saturday,
June 1st.
June 1st. And is it from 11 to
11
6?
until 6.
Okay, 11 to 6. Contact Kelly Pierce of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce, and the information will be at the end of the show in the credits. And besides events, what other benefits? I know you mentioned a few more, but a few previously. What other benefits would you like to talk about for the chamber?
Well, I think, I talked briefly on events of the state of the county and the state of the city. In the fall, we're coming up on a city election again. We'll hold candidate forums. We're pretty active legislatively in paying attention to what's going on and what affects business. And we give our members these opportunities at these gatherings to meet and talk with elected officials. We're very fortunate in this area that in addition to the city council, our county council representative lives in Bowie, our state senator, our 3 delegates live in Bowie. So they're all very accessible and they do come to our events. So it is an opportunity to meet them and talk to them one-on-one or hear them speak and be able to ask questions. So I certainly think that that's also a benefit in keeping people aware of what's going on at the state and county and city level.
Yeah, it would be interesting and exciting to be able to meet Rocher Baker, the county executive for Prince George's County, and also the mayor of Bowie. So, and I've met both of them several times, and it is very exciting to be able to meet people at the event. So, again, the information will be in the credits at the end in case you want to talk to someone about any of the events at the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce. Diane, do you have anything else that you'd like to add as far as the golf tournament?
No, just please come join us. I mean, like I said, we do want to make it a bigger event, and the only way to do that is to get more golfers. So a couple years ago we had it, and it was a horrible day. It rained. It was just not nice. Last year it was very hot, but we did it in June. So this year, can't promise, but I think it's going to be a wonderful day. Beautiful weather, so it's a
beautiful golf course.
It's a beautiful golf course, yes. The food, we've tasted the food, so we know what we're going to have. So come on out. We always have some good prizes for door prizes and things like that. And we'll be having our little golf things they do, the hole-in-one contest, longest drive. Closest to the pin, we have all that. So I think, it's a fun time, and it's a lot of excitement when they're out there doing, the hole-in-one contest and things like that. So just come and join us.
And part of the proceeds from the golf tournament benefit the Women in Business Scholarship Fund and also our Youth Leadership Bowie program, which are 2 other programs that we could talk more about some other time. I know we're getting short on time today, but both programs that the Chamber sponsors. And I'll just put a plug in for those. The deadline for applications on both of those, Youth Leadership Bowie is for high school sophomores and juniors. The applications on our website. The Women in Business Scholarships are for women who are working that either work for someone in Bowie who's a chamber member or live in Bowie to continue their education or training. And the applications for both of those are on the website, and both the deadline for applications is Friday, May 3rd.
Okay, thank you. Now, talking about the Women in Business, can you talk about that, what they do?
The main focus of the Women in Business Committee is to hold events that will raise money for the scholarship fund. The most recent one we had last month was the annual Taste of Bowie and Spring Fashion Show. We've done it for several years now at Boswell Hall, also known as the Knights of Columbus to a lot of people in Bowie out on 301. And we have our member restaurants and caterers provide all the food for that event. A number of local stores at Bowie Town Center provide the clothes for the men and the women in the fashion show. We do raffle baskets.
50-50.
50-50. So it's a wonderful event, and we have done it jointly. The Chamber has for years, again with Seroptimist International of Bowie Crofton, which is a women's service organization here in the community, a nonprofit, because they also have a scholarship program. We've done that event jointly with them and split the proceeds every year so that we each make some money for our scholarship funds. And then in the fall, in September for 3 years now, we've done the Bowie Women's Expo, and we're just starting to work on that again, and proceeds from that also benefit the scholarship fund and don't get shared with anyone else. That's an event that we do on our own, and we've done that for 3 years. And then throughout the year, have several lunch meetings for the Women in Business Committee, just to get together and network and socialize. And one of the members on the committee has suggested a wine tasting this year, so we might throw something new into the mix, and maybe we'll invite the guys too.
That would be nice. I'm sure they would appreciate that. Now, real quick, one of my favorite events is the multi-chamber or the multi-organization mixer. Usually in the breakfast time around 7:30. Can you mention that real quick?
Yeah, sure. We do about 6 of those a year now in conjunction with other chambers in the region. The Crofton Chamber, Severna Park, North Anne Arundel, sometimes the West County Chamber, the Baltimore-Washington Corridor Chamber, the Prince George's Chamber. Those events are every other month starting in February, and we rotate around who hosts them, and the way the schedule has just worked out, typically we host the December one here in Bowie at the Comfort Inn. Those events draw about 100 or 125 members from a number of chambers from around the region, and they're great fun. And the next one is on Thursday, April 18th, in a couple of weeks, and it's being hosted by the Severna Park Chamber at Hella's.
Okay, great.
At 7:30 in the morning, and again, the registration information's on the website.
Thank you. Just a little information about what happens at these networking events is kind of like a speed dating. So we have a host, which would be a person telling us, giving us instructions and giving us networking tips. And what happens is we sit at maybe 8 people at a table, maybe 10 tables, and we have 90 seconds to introduce ourselves and pass out business cards, one at a time around the table. Excuse me. And when that's up, that time is up, then we move to another table.
Right.
And then, so it's an opportunity to meet maybe 50 people within 2 hours. And so that's a great way of getting your name out there. But I would say that it's not the business cards that you give out at networking events, it's the ones that you get, because the ones that you get keeps you in control and allows you to make the phone calls and follow up with everyone. So what else can you mention about the chamber?
Well, we have a number of programs that are, fortunately, we partner well with the City of Bowie. So we do the Business Recognition Program with the city's Economic Development Committee in May of each year. We do, and this will be our 6th year on that. It's our 2nd year on a Public Safety Awards program that we do with the city's Public Safety Committee. And then for a number of years, we've partnered with the city for the Youth Leadership Bowie program. This is the 15th graduating class out of Youth Leadership Bowie. So those are all real valuable partnerships and ways that I think chambers of commerce ought to work with their local governments to be inclusive of the community and touch as many people as we can, and for the benefit of the community, the business community and the community at large. Okay,
thank you. Kelly Pierce of the Greater Bowie Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you, Cindy.
And Diane Morris of NASA Federal Credit Union. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
I'm Cindy Freland, Bowie Business Journal. Thank you for joining us.